team in the house. Hello, guys.
Hey,
Hi.
Okay, so that guy over there is trying to be calm, trying to form new. But trust me, he's not that calm. Yeah, he's a new face on the show. Let's specially welcome him. Let's welcome you specially. Let's put our hands together. So that's Charles, right?
Yeah, where
Charles.
is my car?
Surprise you. You don't even know if they will agree, they will like you, if they welcome you. Okay, so officially, let's do the introduction. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Charles. I'm popularly called Charlie Montero for those that know me.
See, gigs. Okay, so Charlie Montero, right?
Yeah.
I think I love that.
It's a delight to me. We have one delight, but it's two delights.
I like that.
Hi.
I like that.
Okay, so welcome Charlie Montero, aka Charles, aka Jonah, all of them.
Let me do the honor.
Okay.
You are welcome in the name of the Lord.
Hallelujah.
It's a church service now, right? Okay, so maybe one day we'll just come and do our official prayer here on the banter. Yes, and we'll have the both of you lead praise and worship.
Hallelujah, somebody.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
What?
No, indeed.
The Lord have mercy on you. All right.
That's not
The
kind of
lights.
spirit we want to move.
So welcome to the show.
Thank you
So
very
what's
much.
happened? Why the scarcity of face?
I know as a big boy,
Can
just
you imagine?
we just have to maintain a low-key status.
This Shakara is not here.
No, it's not Shakara now.
Anyways, you're welcome. Dami,
Yo,
it's
baby.
good to have you.
Yes,
She's
mom.
always looking shiny.
Thank you.
Pretty woman. Okay, guys, we are here again, and we'll start with one very funny, story like that. For me, it's a funny one, but a lot of people have been deceived simply because of this act. So we just want to have a conversation around it, and it's about the Ghanaian man, Shata Kakai, who faced being disabled, and of course misled a lot of people, especially on his social media platform, TikTok. Yes, and he has been arrested, and that's the storyline. He has been arrested by law enforcement. So guys, I beg, we don't want to push you to that extent. They no longer go on the streets to form, disabled. It's now on social media, and asking for money and all of that. Let's start with a new face.
Yes, I want to talk.
First and foremost,
You don't say the same with social media.
Of
All
all
platforms,
platforms,
TikTok. Why you enter
why
Facebook?
not? He's living. It's not a dead being. He's a human being. He's a living being. So why can't he be on social media? He has a phone, for crying out loud. No, seriously. He has a phone.
Me, I never see you.
No, because he's disabled does not mean he's not active in other areas. Probably he's got a business. We have disabled people that do serious businesses.
On TikTok.
He has a
TikTok.
Hello. Are you saying he cannot reside on social media? Are you because he's a bit challenged, then he should abstain himself from other phone? Is that what you're saying?
No, don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, I'm not doing that. So let's have Charles. Let's have Charles
I
speak to
think
this.
why would he first and foremost try to deceive people? Like he's trying to get that pity party for himself. Like he's using that emotional blackmail, emotional appeal to get views. Do you understand? As I read here, it said the arrest comes after Kakai Shatta was previously featured on Open. Now he has gained the popularity. So if he on that TV station, it says Onua TV. That was when he showed that he could actually walk.
Oh no!
Yes, so the reports I read there said he showed his ability to walk and even demonstrated it. However, he's justified his actions by stating that he adopted the facade of being disabled to garner sympathy. That is, he's trying to garner sympathy for those who are disabled. So I don't know. I feel like we can justify his
Ghana sympathy for those that are
disabled.
disabled.
That means he's not only able to.
So the money he's getting or whatever
Is he
he's
giving it to them?
So he has his own NGO right now, right?
He didn't say that, but for him to actually do that, he showed that there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody. I would say those people that sit down and beg, you see some just one hand like this,
Yes.
and they are sitting down trying to get their ends meet from collecting from people.
There's room for everybody
to be popular. I mean, there's
You can do anything to become popular. That's what you're saying.
That's what you're saying.
If someone can fake to be disabled, then if for an actual disabled person can actually make it on in that
They are actually making it.
So what
They are making it. So Danny, let's hear you.
Well, for me, I don't know why. Number one, why someone would. I'm just imagining the thoughts that ran through his mind on how to gain. He's good, right? Yeah, mentally. Because for you to come up with that kind of idea that, okay, I want to gain attention, I want to become popular, it's still better than stealing, coming from your point of view, right? But you know what would, that means anybody can.
But that's directly or indirectly.
He's still stealing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because you deceive people to
To
get
what,
stuff from them.
what you know, what you don't, you know. So I'm like, what, you know, the thoughts that, okay, I want to be popular tomorrow, so let me go through that route so that everybody can know me and everything. It's, well, for me, encouraging and discouraging, because like you said, she was trying to gather sympathy without establishing an NGO, which I'm sure he must have, and all of that. But at the same time, he's just being mentally lazy, because there are so many other ways to get money, many ways, and now he has broken a lot of people's hearts. Yeah, because now I'll be checking them. Are you sure you are? Before I give them money, I'm like, please walk. Let me see you walk. You know, that kind of a thing.
Okay. While preparing for this, I saw a video of him doing all those we like crawling, and there was a lady that wanted to help him beside him, and the lady just took pity on him, and it was really, really touching. Now, deep down inside of him, he knows that he could walk. I don't want to use harsh words, but the guy has been harsh to people he has taken money for because of that situation. So all I just see is a thief disguising, because he has really deprived people who really need help. There are people who are crippled now, and because of this singular act, he has convinced or changed the minds of people who are willing to help others. And they won't be able to do that because of the situation or experience they've seen before. I just, like she said, he's mentally lazy and he doesn't want to work. In fact, staying on the street and behaving as if you are crippled.
Look, so there is I think was it Saturday or thereabout. I was returning from an outing, so I stopped by at the salon just to check, and we saw this guy, seriously, no hands, no leg, except this part, you know. I don't know how he wrapped that thing around him, candies and all sort of things, and he actually placed himself on, I don't know how to explain that, like a wooden whatever. There's a tire underneath, and he was moving and moving,
like a skateboard,
something like that. He was moving and saying, "Oh, buy this, buy." And the hairstylists were like, "Are you kidding?"
They are cripples. They are cripples that sweep they work for Lagos State
What are
government.
we saying?
They sweep the bridge.
What are we saying?
So I don't see any excuse for. You see, in fact, there have been stories of these issues happening. There was another lady that they saw her with a child. An NGO built up a place for her, opened a shop for her. A month after, they found her on the same street. And they asked her, "What are you doing on the street? I thought we opened a store for you." And they found out that she sold everything.
Wow. So they derive pleasure.
So some people see it as an occupation. Thank you.
Wow.
They see daily. They don't see it like a monthly salary or something. They see daily income for them.
It's more
lucrative.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Personally, maybe he thought that was the best way to survive. Again, they said it's not. I'm not justifying what he did as being right, but if you look deeper and he telling his own story, he may have tried other options and they were not forthcoming. But that doesn't mean what he did was right. Conning people. At some point,
He did not come to collect money.
He didn't steal. Thank you.
And did he even apologize? Has he apologized?
For him to come out of open TV.
He indirectly.
He did not.
I feel he has
he did something wrong actually. He did something wrong actually.
Has he apologized?
Calm down.
Let's take
He
all
did
the
something
facts.
wrong.
Let's take all the facts.
Now he deceived someone to take something.
Not like he deceived. They just felt pity.
Hello, that's the deceit.
No, they are two different things.
He's not.
No.
He's not actually a cripple. No. Deep down, hello. Except
You have
you.
been in school where in your class you see somebody with one eye, maybe yes, swollen, and then he comes to beg. It's not like he feels, maybe let's just say he put that in as like this thing, movie costume, that kind of thing, and then he felt pity for him. He's not forcing you to give him money.
Hello, hello, this, look at it this way. Look at it this way. He knew deep down before he did what he did. He knew deep down that he was going to get something from it. That was why it was a decision. There is no other purpose. There's no other purpose for him to do that. He knew that money was going to come in from this. That was why, assuming when they arrested him and they said that, oh, all the money they found, they saw that they were giving it to some. Fine, that's good. There's a but that was not the report.
There are cases where I can just use myself for example now. I may have tried other options. I'm not justifying what he did. I may have tried other options and I'm like, oh, okay, if I carry I'm not carrying. If I found that I'm disabled, I may gather money instead of me. You said mentally lazy. Maybe he has tried going to offices, carrying his CV.
That's what you need to understand. It's wrong. Deceiving someone to get money is stealing.
Yes.
Maybe.
Don't put it like, you know, when they say you say I'm just collecting, I'm not stealing. Don't sweet coat it. You are deceiving alone. As far as deceiving is there. Now he's pretending to be what he's not. That's what I'm telling you. He's pretending not to be what he's. He's not a crippled. Is he?
And you pretend to be
Is he? And before he did that,
Did he come to
no.
just appealing to your emotions to help him.
Okay.
And he was.
Okay, let me ask you, Grace. Let me ask her a question. Grace, let me ask you a question. You enter a one chance motor. Is that is? I'm just asking you a question. If you are the police, will you arrest the people who did that?
Come again, sorry.
If someone enters a one chance motor, and at the end of the day you get the people that were the one chance guys, you get them, will you arrest them? It's a question. Will you arrest them or not? So what are we saying?
Charles, you wanted to say something.
Now the person who entered that motor, they didn't force that person to enter the one chance motor.
Sometimes they do.
No, that's not one chance. That's kidnap. That's kidnap. I'm talking about one chance. I'm not talking. Hello. If they force you to enter a motor, that is kidnap. One chance is different from kidnap. One chance is when you enter a bus and you are going somewhere and the people inside the bus that's not one chance. That's kidnap.
Can we have chat?
That's kidnap. Whatever way you want to say it is kidnap. No, I'm just letting her. I'm not finished. I was the one asking a question.
Yes.
I was the one speaking before I said asking the question.
Okay. Let's take chat.
Now, what I wanted to follow on, you see, on the internet, people bring out different things to get views.
Yes.
Okay, there are some people that run promotion and you see deceptive stories, but at the end, they will not tell you, promoting this and promoting that.
Yes.
That aside, what I'm saying is on the internet, so many people do everything. Desperate times call for desperate.
Okay.
Now, look, we don't know what this person has gone through. We don't know the kind of predicament he was in. You get so now if he's taking this as something that will generate income for him and sustain himself, is it not better than carrying a gun and stealing?
Okay, that's your opinion anyway.
Well,
so 30 seconds.
This is not my 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I refuse to put my 30
30
seconds.
seconds.
Well, that's one thing people should understand. There's no way things will be so bad that you have to resort into doing something illegal or something
You
bad.
don't want to be in that shit.
Hold on.
Hello. I was watching Instagram. I was watching a video on Instagram, and this video was telling about a woman who pays 5,000 naira as rent inside a swamp. Are you getting me?
Do you know what we are
That's
doing?
in fact that's
Do you know
that
how
in fact
we
that's
are
the
this
lowest.
week?
That's the lowest.
Probably
5,000
we should go to the end
naira.
of the show. We are
5,000 naira as a rent inside a swamp. When I mean swamp, the water was reaching out on her knee. So compared to this guy, there's nothing that you should. In fact, there's no. As far as you have hands, you have legs,
Yes.
you can walk.
Let's
There's nothing.
Let's
See,
have-
everything comes down to decision.
Thank
Everything. See, there are. Even if things are bad for you, you can go and apply to do bricklayer job. They pay wages. They don't pay salary. You only see when people are not ready to work. When people are not ready, see, there are work everywhere.
Thank you.
You say what?
There are work everywhere.
Let's have that.
You just don't want to
Thank
do.
you.
Sorry, let me just quickly tell this. You just don't want to do that job because of your pride. There are laborers work everywhere. There are buildings going on everywhere, and they pay people daily. They don't put people in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
For me,
What's the
really.
time in being
He said you go, bro. What's
Okay,
the
let's
pride
have
in being a-
Okay, for me, really, there's actually no point in pretending to be disabled, because why would you? In fact, that's why I'm still thinking that what was the procedure of him sitting down thinking that procedure, he would have used it to think
That's the
something
question now.
creative,
That is the
something
question.
more creative, and that's why we're so backward. I'm telling you, in Africa, if you can think creatively, because I'm like, what would have run
Who
through
is
his
there
mind?
to invest in their
Is it
creativity?
create? Is it?
Who is there to invest in your creativity?
What?
See, hope you know that
Thank you.
him. Hope you know that him being behaving as if he's crippled to go and collect money is creativity. It's creativity, but that's negative creativity.
It is negative
He could not think to go and look for money. He could not think that way, but all the whole thinking that came to his head was illegal. Deception is there. That's what makes it illegal.
Short break, please. Thank you. We'll come back.
Deception is what makes it illegal.
All right, so Amaka, let's have your 30 seconds, please.
Okay, as I said earlier, I'm not justifying what you did, Shatta. But nevertheless, there are good job out there that you can do. Somebody has told me not to say what, so I'm trying to construct my words better.
Thank you.
So to avoid fights, say more tiawa, say more scatter. So
You be area scatter.
you have been arrested. you know your this thing, your faults. Work on it. Go out there, find a better job, and make something good of yourself.
Give your life to Christ
Thank
also.
you. Let's have Charles.
Well, as much as I have been on the wrong side of this argument, I would also love to say that let this story not just die. Now let us see how
Follow
the
it
law
up.
enforcement
Yeah.
and the judiciary, the penalties that this bros is going to get, and let it be public so that someone else will not do such a thing. And from there, let the law also make provisions for penalties for something like this.
Okay, thank you very much. So for me, I must say that this is an illegal activity. If you ask me, in a public forum, it's an
Still, breaking is illegal.
Can we please tell her to go? Let someone else take her.
I used the side of my mouth to throw over.
So it is an illegal activity, in the public space, and we have a lot of people who do stuff like this, So I think it's right time we begin to consider what is ethical and what is not ethical, what is good, what is not good, what is legal and what is not legal. You don't say you want to get people's emotions and you use the wrong thing. You can actually come out the way you are and decide to tell people that, oh, I need a job. Come on the so-called social media and say, I need a job, but I don't have
Thank
a job.
you.
Or you see me the way I am, my hands are complete, my legs are good, I can see, I can walk, I can speak good English. Even if your English is not good, tell them the one you can do. I
Yeah.
need a job, cry out before you cry 10 times.
Someone has.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
sorry,
somebody
Grace. As you were talking,
I think you're gonna
something
go now.
just
Okay, it's time
something
to go.
something just came to my head. Just
Just
no, it's going to make sense to you.
Okay, so let's
It's going to make sense to you.
If it makes
Now,
sense.
I just remember, I said, if I'm claiming that I have a house that I want to sell to someone,
Yes.
I'm claiming that I have a house I want to sell to someone, and someone comes and says interested in that house, and I know fully well that I don't have that house, and I collect the money. What's that?
That's it.
That's the same issue.
smart.
So
Alright.
my courts rule it in my favor. I won the case. I won the case.
Okay, so basically, let's do what is right. Let's not deceive people to get sympathy. Let's
Yeah.
not deceive people to get to amass wealth.
Yeah.
No, these people struggled. Maybe that person that even have mercy on you did not even
Because I have something to
have,
say to make
no,
sense
no,
to
no,
you.
thank
I
you.
promise to make sense to you.
Maybe that person that even had mercy and gave you something probably also was,
Has little,
he or she
yeah.
has little or has been struggling with stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And that's it. We'll leave it there. And we'll go on a short break. And when we come back, we'll take another topic. Please, guys out there, do what is right at all times. Thank you. Alright, welcome back to the Banter. I know you're in love with the show already, trust me, so it's your favorite show, and we are glad to be here. So I will be going straight to the second topic, but before I do so, in case you're just joining us, follow us on all our social media platforms. You can also be part of this conversation. Drop your comment. So the second topic on the show today is about that guy that almost committed suicide on Falmouth Bridge. And for me, I started when I saw the video, what came to my mind was that is it really possible that somebody will go and stand on the bridge and want to throw his or herself down? It's not a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but this is what I want to say. It's a different ballgame when you look for a more easier way to do it than going through that pain. You want to fall. I mean, in the first place, why would you even want to commit suicide? Yes, you would say, you would give me 1001 reasons, and that's why I want to have this conversation and what should be done to probably reduce this kind of seeing this kind of videos and all of that. So let's start with Amaka this time around. And if we say cut and you are not cutting, we will just show you the way out of the studio.
I will miss my road.
You cannot. You and the door, you have the same color.
Oh my goodness.
Homie.
Okay, so let's
Kudos to the people that saved, the bike man that saved that guy.
yeah.
So I can relate to what that guy was passing through.
Really?
Yes, not personally, but I think I went to, let me tell you a short story. In my street, there's a pharmacy. So I went to get drugs. So there was this man that ran into the
When you get medication now.
Yes, I went to get
Don't get drugs, so when they don't call carriers.
No, sorry, medication. Oh, sorry, medication. Yes. So I was looking to work. So he ran into the pharmacy and he wanted to see the doctor and he came out. He was telling the doctor that he wants to kill himself. Wow. Yes, that in his head is saying shoot yourself,
Oh my God.
shoot yourself, kill yourself. And then they had to hold him. So there are so many factors that contribute to this. I was reading and they said there's something they call stigma. It's like inheritance is passed down. For instance, now let's say a woman gives birth and she has lived without the thought of committing suicide. She passes it down to her child. At some point, the child is growing up. The child starts generating that thought. Yes, sometimes financial stress. You have done everything within your power just to rise, but it doesn't come. And then the next thing you're thinking of is killing yourself just to find peace of mind.
Okay, let's have it.
I was told the other way. I say he's not ready to die. He's not ready to kill himself. If he really wanted to commit suicide, the bridge is far from his house now.
He was still thinking at that point.
He was still thinking.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's where I'm going to. Well, I don't know what must have led to him trying to do that. But I don't believe, although the depression is real,
Yeah.
but I don't believe if he really does want to kill himself, why come to the public?
Probably he just needed help. He never
Exactly.
Yeah.
If he wanted or he needed help, I say go to the hospital. I mean, there are counselors that are there that are ready to talk to you. I mean, I'm trying to put it out to anybody that is going through stuff. You try and talk to people. Depression is real. I had a friend in university. She was 200 level and she had 2 Fs. Just 2 Fs, and she was thinking about suicide.
Are you kidding?
2 Fs. And there were no major causes. You borrowed causes and you wanted to kill yourself. And it's real. Depression is real. If you have not seen it firsthand, you don't know what people are talking about. And she was trying. She had caught herself before, but her roommate was there and so like, what would lead people to trying to
I think with that, it has to do with people's state of mind or how much you can take. We have people with very fragile
Yeah,
mind.
there are levels
Handle
to
issues.
depression.
Yes,
Yeah.
because as little as having F 200 level, you still have 3 years or you
What,
how many
what,
years to
what,
cover up.
what about when you are broke, no money?
You know, so for such
That
a
kind
person
of
thinking
depression.
suicide, probably that person has a very fragile heart, can't deal with stress issues and
Could be fear.
yeah, at whatever level. I mean, there are levels of fears now.
Anxiety.
You understand?
Yeah.
But when it comes to even as little as failing exam, okay, I remember. I think there was a story of a young boy, I think in Ilorin, who committed suicide. SS2 because he failed, and he committed suicide. He didn't want to repeat that class. And for me, what has an SS2 boy seen in this life that will lead to committing suicide? I mean, okay, so let's have you just speak to this issue.
Okay, first and foremost, I really want to say thank you to those community people that were there at that present. At least the ratio of the cameras versus saving life was at least the ratio of the guys that were trying to save him was more than the cameras. I was not there, but I can't say. Then secondly, I think for him to have gotten to that point whereby he wants to commit suicide, he must have shown some signs. And I just want to appeal to people that they should be, how do I say it, body sensitive to. They should be able to read people's, when you see someone, because for him to even get to the stage of committing suicide, he must have been down a countless times. That is,
You don't just wake up one morning
Not
and say,
really, not
suicide.
slow. Sometimes it's spiritual.
Okay.
Yes, sometimes
Well,
it's
true,
spiritual.
sha.
That's another leg.
That's another angle to it. But what my point is this: we should be able to ask people. You see, people have this tendency of saying, "Oh, I can deal with it on my own." But the saying which says a problem shared is half solved. It really has its own to some extent. So we should be able to, like, let's not take everything as a joke. Do not make fun of people when they are going through situations, because most people don't like opening up when they already know that, oh, if I tell this person this, they will just mock me in the public. Please, let's try and be sensitive when dealing with issues that concerns people, because I don't know if it's just me. Once I'm on, you were saying something that it is not ready to die. I don't know if it's just me. Once I'm like all this height stuff, all you just be imagining is you falling down.
Yes.
Or maybe once you are on the bridge, all you just imagine is you
imagine
just imagine. No, I doubt that they play.
Okay, let's
All I just imagine is how I'm going. If it's water, how I'm going to swim up and survive. So now this is a situation whereby this guy really wants to die, and you can just imagine the battle that is going on in his mind. So we shouldn't allow people to get up to that extent. Let's please talk to people and engage them.
Let's have them.
Okay, this is very, very deep, and it's a topic that you could very long and all of that. But I want to start up from where Amaka stopped at, saying that it is spiritual. I'm 100%. In fact, when she was talking, all that could come to my mind was just prayer. The Bible says, I'm sorry to, yeah,
Speak the word.
these things are from the thoughts. Things were created twice. First of all, everything we see was created twice. From our mind first, and then in the physical. Everything we see around us, whether it's a table, whatever it is, it was first of all imagined, and then it came to life. So, his thoughts, because I can use myself as an example, although I didn't go to that route of, committing suicide. There's sometimes that life's challenges, man, you wouldn't want to be there. When you say Jesus walked, he was in the boat and there was a storm, and then I have to really go spiritual here. I'm so, and then what happened? The disciples were like, Jesus was sleeping in the boat, and the boat was rocky and everything, and they were like, Master, why are you sleeping? Because he's the Prince of Peace. Sometimes some thoughts will just come to you. I just imagine what the guy would have gone through. Maybe, there's sometimes you go through life challenges that you'll be like, I just want to have this breakthrough. I just want to break through. I just want to get this thing done. And then the life is like, maybe the universe is like, everything seems against you. They say when your back is against the wall, what do? I'm like, it is spiritual. I agree with her 101%. So what do you do in that case? The word of God and prayer. just the word of God and prayer. And I'm so thankful for those people that just drew him
Drew
back.
him back.
But that shouldn't be the end, because we have
Yes,
to know
let's-
what
they
is
should
the next
follow
level.
up,
Because
yeah.
if it doesn't
Follow up,
have
they should
this,
not leave
if it
him.
doesn't have the foundation, there's the foundation. If his foundation is not built on the rock, you know, the storm is there. The storm hasn't gone. So what is he doing to battle that storm?
All right, thank you, Tammy. We started with prayer. I mean, we are still moving on with prayer. Remember, the both of you almost opened a church service, and it's okay. We are still in line. So talking about spirituality, I think it goes a long way, you know, and really, prayer is everything. It doesn't matter your religion, you know, it doesn't matter your denomination. It's important that.
Our communication with God.
Yes, it's there. But let's not rule out the fact that, you know, life happens. There is a place for spirituality, there is a space for physical activities, as in life itself.
I was going to say, because after,
You get it?
after the spirituality, there is something that led to
Yes.
And that's why I say that,
Kills
you know, he
himself.
has to get
Yes.
help. He
And
must
then
get
on
help.
the second thought,
He
Yes.
has to
please,
Apart from
sometimes people they just
spiritually-
do this thing
get
and they want
attention.
pity and attention.
Mm.
Please don't be in that boat. It's not good.
That's another thing,
It's
because
not
like
good.
I
It's
mentioned
capsize.
I mentioned that for him to even think of going to that place, there are other better ways. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you should kill yourself.
Easier and faster way.
That nobody will even know. So, but for you to come to the public, probably this person needed attention.
Attention.
He might really be going through something,
Yeah.
or let me say, he's definitely going through something. But he didn't want to end it that way. He needed attention. He
Attention.
needed people to come to his rescue.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of people, especially these online uploads. You know, they've caused a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can tell you. You know,
Yes.
thank God for governments, you know, reforming that platform, telling them to register, not to have access to people's
Contacts.
numbers,
Yes.
you know, information and all of that. But it has done a lot of harm than
Good.
good. You know, so probably these guys in that situation. There was a video of a man that killed himself and wrote a letter that because he was owing and he told everybody that he didn't have the money, they didn't believe him, and this and that. Because of that, he had to take his life by himself. I think he hung himself. You understand? So loan, people are owing. You are owing somebody, you are owing the bank, you are owing an individual. They come after you, you search for help here and there. Help is not coming. Some people will not even believe that you are even going. They will say, oh, maybe you just want to use the money to flex. So, you know, so that speaks to, like you said, paying attention to, you know, people around you and their sudden change. Paying attention to their sudden change, paying attention to people's attention and the sudden change, because it will not just happen like that. It will not just happen like that. It's a gradual thing. And of course, you know, there is a need to ask questions, speak to these people, give them room to talk. And in such situation, again, if you are not too sure, do research, underground research. If this person is going through this, if he or she is saying this or he is going through, can we just do a bit of research to be sure so that we can help this person? And because of time, my boss is already telling me to round up. Thank you very much. So I would have wanted to take us again one bit, but let's just round up by saying that you know, speak up.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So it's okay.
You as a person, as an individual,
Keep
speaking up.
You get the right person. Keep speaking.
Yes.
Don't
It's very
stop.
sad to see people trying
to see people trying to
life.
take their life.
Because you as someone that is mentally stable,
Yes.
in quote, when you think about it, like, what will really lead you into
Yeah.
trying to
Pastor,
take
help me. The Bible said, "Thou shalt not kill," right? And you shall not kill your own self.
Of course, and
So in the Bible somewhere, right?
yes, we know that it's a crime, it's a
Why
sin,
do
and
it?
it's a look legally.
Assuming,
it's a crime.
assuming
Spiritually,
Jimmy
the
is
big one
here,
is a sin.
you say, I'm ashamed of you. You don't know that verse.
Okay, so I am simply saying on behalf of all of us, I want to believe we're in this in agreement with what I'm saying.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are
sure.
100%.
Speak up.
Yeah.
Speak up when you have a challenge. Speak up. You might not have the right people around you.
Yes.
Seek for the right, you know, individual or group of people, persons that you can speak to, organizations.
Access to help, like,
Yes.
what are these platforms, NGOs, that you can
NGOs.
approach
Thank
when
God
you
for
have problems like this?
what's it called?
There are numbers
Social
to
media
Yeah.
now.
And there are numbers
There
to
are
call.
numbers to call.
Lagos State is
Yeah.
really doing a great
Yeah.
work in that regard.
So,
you know.
so I think on that note, we will move away from this topic. But please, it's very important. Speak up. Speak up. And when you see someone going down, please help.
Yes.
Help.
I'm amazed that we are all on the same page.
Yeah, no, no,
This is a side
I
case,
mean,
we
what
have
are you saying?
Do we argue on it?
Okay, so let's go to the last topic for today. That's also quite unimaginable. Like, I tried to place it.
The guy they whine us.
I don't know.
They whine us.
So, there is someone that was, I saw a video, and I'm sure you guys have also seen
Yeah.
that video. The man is now 71. I learned that 55 years ago, he was 16 then. He decided to isolate himself because of a woman. He doesn't want to see women.
Brother.
So he isolated himself for 55 good years. I call that a waste.
Like,
No.
no,
That's me. It's my opinion, my dear.
I call it spiritual attack.
I call it being playing
They,
smart.
they caged,
How is he playing?
they
smart?
caged him.
Everybody in life has potential.
Yes.
Potential for something. Maybe
But-
he was put in this life for someone, and because of him isolating, someone somewhere has.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I've lost.
Maybe
I've lost
lost
his
contact.
partner.
Thank you.
Maybe he was not put in this life.
You
for
know,
someone.
my question is this. Does he not have family?
You know.
Where were they? For 55 good years.
Like,
good
who
years.
was giving him food, water,
In
was
fact,
he going to work?
because they
Was-
said he
Did he say he
started,
was not having
they,
peace of mind?
they said he started this at
Did he
16.
say he was not having peace of mind?
So you want to tell me that he didn't go to school?
Yes.
His mother,
How was
his
he
mother,
getting money?
his mother. In
How
fact,
is he-
How is he living?
How is he living?
Yes,
His
he said he
income.
was not having
Okay,
peace
calm
of
down,
mind.
guys.
This-
Calm down. Let's take it one at a time.
there are many questions
There are so
unanswered.
many
Yes.
unanswered
I mean,
questions.
what could have led to such a decision? Was it that he was mentally unstable? Like you talk about the family. What do we say about family around this guy? And then he was a guy, a young chap.
16.
16.
Picking.
So now,
Was not even an
because
adult.
we do not have so much follow-up stories and full details about this information,
Yeah.
but we want to have a conversation around it because there are lots of people doing this. We did the research and we saw multiple, pictures, names of people that decided to isolate themselves for one reason or the other. So let's speak to the mental health or mental state of such people.
The impact of
The
such
impact,
isolation.
yes.
There's one what they call it deeply. Oh, sorry.
You can check it. So let's start.
Because let's talk about the impact of the mental health of isolation. Me, I think there was a time where I didn't go out when we were in school. It was like a week, or we didn't have lectures.
Okay.
I was in my room for over a week, and I was like, I need to go outside. I need to go and see people. I had everything I wanted in the room at that time, but there was this need
to go
let
out.
them know that I'm alive. You get, and there's also sometimes when you need to, let me just cut
Let me
off
just get it.
and stay on the road. But 55
That's
years.
not to say you won't see people at all.
Yeah, the 55 years is a lot.
Ah.
Because you are left with your thoughts alone. You are left with everything. Like if you have issues on normal, you are left
Nobody to speak
to.
Okay, so when you say nobody to speak to, like I asked earlier, how was he able to sustain himself?
He spoke to
Feeding.
someone.
Definitely someone has been in connect.
Yes.
Maybe he has a piece of
Because
land
it's
where he
difficult to
farm.
believe that for
and-
55 years,
I mean,
just
Because you
indoors.
don't want to see women and you decide to do
beyond
this.
that, women are beautiful things that God has created
You
for us as
know,
partners. You
thank
get-
you,
Yeah,
Charlie.
right.
Thank
There's
you.
something we're overlooking here. That man cannot go empty like that. Guinness World Record.
Thank you.
Serious.
I wanted to congratulate himself. Yeah, at least they will send him his plate.
Okay, so looking at it from other perspective, what are the related issues that you think would lead to people wanting to isolate themselves? Let's start.
Well, like I said, till now, as I'm here, I do not believe that guy. But well, if it turns out to be true, I will just take it to be something like relating to spirituality. Maybe they are following him from his village, they caged him in that house or something. Because you can't expect me to believe that for 55 years, someone was inside. So if, in fact, if his foodstuff finished, and there was no... Thank you. And there was no meal to come and help him restock. Is that how he's going to stay? So the question is, there are really unanswered questions before I'll be able to really deal with this topic critically. But my take on this is this: if you find someone who's engaged in such, no family members, no relatives, nobody who can talk to him.
That's why it's difficult to believe that he actually
Thank
been
you.
isolated
For 55 years.
And
At least if
and
he
he
starts,
don't run mad.
thank you.
No.
And if he at least if he starts at age 16, age 17, age 18, at least when you go to 20 years, his auntie from somewhere should have come.
Didn't
No
they
telephone.
look for him? Let's have that mystery.
Sorry, mind you, something just came to my mind.
Yes.
16 years, I was able to get a house.
No,
Where
the
did you run
place.
to?
The place is like when you just have
Yeah.
It was a house. No, it was a house.
It wasn't a house.
The
like
village-
that.
it was
So
like-
when you have
Ebo,
Yes,
there
one
were
front
entries
and
inside. I
Yes.
was that's
It wasn't
where
a proper-
that's where some
Like
people
it's
live.
something that you construct on your own.
Yes.
Like made out of wood.
Yes, palm
and
front,
then
mud.
Well,
mud,
it looked like
This is
it was too
really
big.
like only
It was
place-
the place was too, because you know they were entering corners to get to where he was sitting down.
Okay.
So the place was too big for one
For
person to
him
just
at that time.
make at you get. So I feel that at
There's more to
16,
that story.
yes.
Probably, I don't know. I just want to.
Did all his friends
Maybe
just
something
leave
happened
him?
to Maybe something even happened to his family. Maybe a woman
Thank
caused
you.
it and he was
Amnesia.
left alone.
No,
Amnesia.
my question is this: even if a woman
caused
caused this, even if a woman caused this,
Yeah.
at least his friends, he should have had friends. It was a
What
young
would
child.
a 16-year-old boy?
Thank
What
you.
would a 16-year-old boy have to do with a woman that will cause him to isolate
Do
himself
you
for
Thank
55
you.
Something
years?
gets my mind. What of amnesia? What if he forgot who he is or who his people are? Maybe he ran it or something
Then the
like that.
report would have
Like, it's
carried,
like that.
the report
I mean,
would
for
have carried
him-
that
for
there
him
is
keeping
some sort
himself
of memory loss.
Away.
You know?
Yes. That would not make him to keep himself away. He will have people around him because he will be starting a new life,
new
like
life.
a new identity. You understand? He will be seeing
He will
himself
not
in
know how
a
to put
different
bamboo together.
way. You understand? Even if he knows how to put it together, he will be seeing himself in a different way. He won't even remember maybe one girl did one thing to me that made me want to isolate.
Was it
something like that.
the
You
girl?
want to speak to this?
Yes. Number one, did he go to school?
Amnesia,
You know, I'm
Don't
like.
worry, we'll look for his
But
number.
I think it's like you said, so many unanswered questions. But I'm like, what would, because of a woman? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why would?
Now, the motivation is a woman because
Why would
Why?
16 years.
You know, what was he raped? Was he abused? Was he? You know, because I don't know.
Yes.
Why would they?
Because it's like
Yes.
pastor saying rape. Like,
Pastor,
But people are out.
It's a word in dictionary.
So wait, we are saying this man entered into that place 1968.
Okay, you're
That's
not
what
math.
it is.
Yes.
If you do the math, that's what
55 years. They say he spent 55 years.
That
And
is
he's
now 71.
Yes, and he's
Yeah, that means he
71.
was 16.
So that means he entered when he was 1968. Well, the social media aspect may be believable, but
And those
from
days,
that
there
time
was
till
no
now,
social media and all
Exactly.
No.
that.
So
the story no clear.
it's not clear. It's very vague.
You know,
It's
we have
not.
a typical example of this man that is on our streets here. Who I don't know
Yes,
what they
that
call him.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
guy. Yeah,
But
But
that's
he
not
comes
isolation.
out.
No, let's be
That's
serious.
not
Boy,
that's not
comes out.
isolation.
Yes, that's not. But nobody comes to ask after him.
Yes.
That man, did you ever see anybody come around?
That's true.
Nobody gets to
And
ask
you
after
know
him.
he's the lantern.
He asks, he begs for money every day. When you pass
Yes.
it, and see me chanting.
And
You know,
people give
you know,
him.
people-
But he interacts with people.
That's not isolation because.
I'm serious.
Okay, so how do people now get to reach out to him? How come he's now on
So
social
and you see
media?
that
What
man
happened?
who built that.
How did he get a
Just
phone?
located
How
him.
did they get a? How did he get a phone for them to?
Someone
Probably
located
with
him.
time.
you know that man even washes. He washes his clothes. Because when I was passing yesterday, I saw him washing his
This
clothes.
man, he does.
People are
do
even
wash
watching
his
many
They
clothes.
may
questions
just
that
be going
get
there
to
then
the
locate
answer.
him.
Because and number two, you're saying his house, this like the route is like a bush. So how do people get there? Did you use all this signal or something or what?
So perhaps
Adventure.
yes, people moving or maybe farming one way or the other.
Yeah,
They begin to notice that there's somebody in this place. You never. I'm just saying something somehow may have led people to that place. May have given them traces. to that place.
Well,
But
if he has family members that are still alive, that's very bad and poor.
55
What
years.
what if they've searched and searched? It wasn't the years of social media.
55 years.
What if they've searched and searched and searched and
That's what I'm saying.
and nobody was
Wahala.
able to see him? Yes, health wise, he didn't fall sick.
Mhm.
I mean,
You didn't
anyways,
run mad.
let's do this. While we wrap up, let's do this. Let's just speak to people that would, for one reason or the other, wants to isolate. So I just want to read briefly. Self-isolation for years. We want to talk about it. It affects. Now, through social isolation over years, and decades can be a chronic condition affecting all aspects of a person's existence. Social isolation can lead to feeling of loneliness, fear of others, or negative self-esteem. Lack of consistent human contact can also cause conflict with friends. So does it even have friends at all? So let's just speak briefly while we wrap up. Let's speak to people that would, for one reason or the other, isolate themselves, and what you want to advise.
Okay.
What you want to, Yes,
Well,
yes.
I'm going to speak from the Christian perspective.
Okay.
So I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe, and he was talking about the reason or purpose for man's creation. And he said something like, God did not create us to isolate ourselves from the world, but for we to engage the world and put in our principles to it. So isolating does not really help anybody. In fact, it makes you go insane. You may be able to cope for 1 week, 2 weeks, but months.
5 years, bro.
So you can't really achieve what you are planning to achieve by isolating. But you can, if you are looking, for instance, he was saying the reason he did that was because he wanted to stay away from women. You can go online, look for ways whereby you may because there was a reason why he wanted to stay away from women. So you can go online, look for how you can discipline yourself. There are always alternatives. So go for the lesser one and not the so extreme measure.
Yes, I can.
Okay, for people that are in that situation or condition, number one, we should, like Grace said earlier, learn to speak up. It doesn't matter whatever you're going through, learn to, so it's okay. Because everybody has one problem or the other. That's the beauty of life. That's just the beauty of life. Beauty of life is like, okay, I just used to wonder that, okay, what if everything was smooth? It would be so boring. You'd be like, oh, you'll be doing the same routine. Okay, I sleep, I wake up, I do this, I have my bath, you just go. But when you have challenges, it sparks up your brain. It sparks up your energy. It knows how resilience. It brings out your resilience, your toughness. They say tough times never last, but tough people do. So irrespective of whatever you are going through, like for me, I talk. Especially when I'm going through, I learn to speak out, and it helps. When you talk, it eases your tension, your emotions. You release your emotions. Even if you're angry, just go somewhere and just let it out. It brings about relief. That's why God put those emotions in you. They're not to be locked up. They're to be expressed. When God created everything, he said, and it was good, and it was good, and it was good. So don't be scared. Whether you're sad, whether you're happy, whether you want to dance, whether you want to jump, express yourself, man. Live your life and speak up.
Dami, thank you for saying everything. Yeah, I know we have all been in that situation where we want to be on our own most times. We just want to have your own peace of mind, but not for that long. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you're in that situation or condition or predicament, please let loose.
Come out of your hiding place.
As in, open yourself. There is beauty in associating with people.
Yeah.
There's beauty in going to church. There's beauty in
Having networks.
Yes.
Having networks. Having networks. Because there's
beauty in toasting women.
Yes.
They have the normal ones and the abnormal ones. Wait there. There's beauty in all these kind of women.
Okay, thank you. Let's have you.
So it's actually a dog out there in the world, and a lot of people, especially in our own age grade, a lot of people have what they call social anxiety, where you have people that don't want to associate with people based on what they have experienced with associating with people.
You prefer staying silent.
And they prefer staying silent, keeping to themselves, but not to the extreme measures of locking yourself for 55 years. I know people are wicked. People are very wicked. The heart of man is what?
Definitely wicked.
Yeah.
Some people cannot have that mental strength to hold on, and you just want to withdraw. Withdrawal is very, very wrong, and let us always try to come out, interact with people. It's hard. At some stages in life, it's very hard to keep conversation. It's very hard to talk. Sometimes you just want to talk to yourself. But it always pays to talk, interact with people.
Okay, thanks.
On a
Agnes.
final note, please, this your story side very interesting. Can you come out and tell us what really happened? Biko. How it got to this
Well, I
stage?
pray that he will still remember.
I mean,
Psychologically,
it's very
mentally, I
juicy.
hope
I
he will
want to
still
know.
be
Because there's
stable
more
to
to
even
it.
remember.
But
what
it doesn't even
happened.
look like
I'm
someone
begging
who's
you,
still
no
in the
matter
right
what,
sense.
yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time on the show today. Again, it's
You're
been
welcome.
an insightful conversation. We've all aired our opinions. Yes, these are our opinions, and then nobody's holding anybody for it. It's what we feel.
Yeah.
It's how we see, those issues. To also add that it's important to speak up. I used to say this a lot. Speak up, and for you that at the moment you don't have people to speak to around you, speak to yourself.
Yeah.
I do this a lot. I have issues and
And it helps.
yes,
It helps a whole
It
lot.
helps me a lot.
It helps a whole
It
lot.
helps to
It
give
does.
me direction and all of
Yes.
that.
Oh, no, wait,
I will just speak to myself.
Always it does.
I will say it, I will say the problems, I will, like I'm reporting to someone, like I'm explaining to someone. It helps
It helps
me.
a lot.
So in the process where you are still dealing with who do I talk to, talk to yourself first. Self-reflect.
Yes.
Talk to yourself first. So and again, staying away from people completely. It's a no for me.
No.
It's okay for you to withdraw a bit. There's time for you to, you go into your shell. Maybe you want to reflect, or you feel you just want to avoid some certain things for a particular period of time. Let it be as short as possible, because too much of everything is bad. Too much of everything is bad, and at the end of the day, it will end up resulting to some mental issues. You'll not be able to, to put yourself in order again. You just lost it completely. So if you are finding yourself in that shoe, you are in one hideout, please come out. We beg you. Please come out. Mingle. Mix with people. If this group of people you see is not working well with you, find another group of people. Change your circle.
Yes.
The world is wild.
That's it.
I mean, change your circle and continue to enjoy your life. Yes, the sky is really big for
All the birds, and they
to
fly, and they
fly,
don't
and
hit themselves, they don't
yes,
kill themselves,
that's
you know.
it. So, and that's it, on the show today. We're going to call it a wrap. Thank you guys once again. If you are just seeing this video, listen to it, watch it, and drop your comments. Your advice is also very key. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Souk News. And guys behind the camera, I want to say a big shout out to you. I want to say very, very, very big thank you to you guys.
Thank
You
you.
are doing well. Somebody accused me yesterday that, okay, you always shouting, cameras, the guys behind the camera, and you're not shouting, you're not chanting, you're not praising the editor. Hey, Ellen the babe, we hail you.
Avoid me.
Yeah, so we give it to her. Okay,
Day your
so
day.
thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Helen. Thank
Continue
you,
to
Kelvin.
eye fine boy like me.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, my assistant
Kwa
producer.
Austin.
Hey, thank you, guys. All right. So until next time, we'll see you again on the banter. Keep being positive. Keep being open. Keep trusting God for everything. See you then. Bye.
Avoid suicide.
Yes. Bye.